The Journal That Knows. The diner sat in eerie silence. The usual hum of life outside was absent. A lone traveler, drenched from a sudden storm, stepped in. The warm glow of the diner lights contrasted sharply with the cold loneliness of the night. The only sound, the faint ticking of a clock on the wall. As they waited for coffee, something caught their eye. An old, worn journal lying forgotten in the booth next to theirs. Its faded cover seemed unremarkable, but curiosity is often a dangerous thing. They reached for it, unaware that the decision would unravel everything they thought they knew. The first pages were full of mundane observations, weather notes, sketches of birds, names of strangers. Then came the dates. Each one carried an event described in meticulous detail, some peculiar, some terrifying, but all eerily recent. The final entry for that day's date stopped the traveler cold. It didn't describe an event. It described them, their soaked jacket, their choice of coffee, their curiosity about the journal. Every word was precise, like the writer had been with them moments earlier. But it didn't stop there. It hinted at something horrifying yet to come. Determined to uncover the truth, the traveler noticed faint scribbles on the book's edge, coordinates. They traced them back to an abandoned house on the outskirts of town. It looked like it hadn't been touched in decades, yet the journal seemed to know this is exactly where they'd end up. Inside the house, memories they didn't remember began to surface, a broken mirror reflecting a face they barely recognized, photographs of someone who wore their clothes but carried different eyes. The traveler realized the journal wasn't just predicting their decisions, it was pulling them closer to a truth buried deep in the shadows. The journal's last pages seemed endless, always adding more moments ahead. But something changed. The descriptions became cryptic and fragmented, as if the writer was losing control or wasn't entirely human. Steps in the house echoed louder, though they were alone, or so they thought. The journal's final entry bled through the page in ink that seemed to pulse. Dates and events dissolved into one sentence. The story ends when it's told. The lights flickered, and for the first time, they felt as though they weren't the one holding the pen. They were the one being written. The screen goes dark. The story may have ended, but questions remain. What would you have done? Would you have closed the journal and walked away, or followed its chilling path to the bitter end? Reality feels fragile, doesn't it? Your next decision might not even be your own. Don't let the story end here. Join the mystery. Share your theories in the comments. And if you're brave enough to face the unknown, subscribe for more tales that will haunt your thoughts and twist your perception of reality. The journal knew. Now, do you?